welcome to TWF Rampage. Hi, I am Joey Styles, here with Max Agora and with Taz. And today on Rampage, we're gonna see the TWF. We're gonna see the women's world heavyweight winner, Becky Lynch. Joey Styles says, or the man Becky Lynch. Joey Styles says. Why does she even call herself that for? Max Agora says she's not a man, she's a woman. Why she calls herself that, I don't know. But she seems to have a belief she showed everyone how to be great. Well, to be earnest with you, Trini Quant, to be earnest with you, Taz says she was heel, then she was good, now she's heel again. She didn't show anyone how to be great. She didn't do what anyone else before her wasn't booked or written to do. You know? But at the end of the day, I'll give you that. Max Agora says she is good. She is great. But at the end of the day, she didn't show anyone how to be great. Max Agora says, well, Taz said she did show a lot of folks in 29 between how to be great. At least that's her thought and belief of it. And who are you to argue with her? Who are you to fight with her over that thought and belief? Well, I'm Becky Lynch, and I'm the man, Becky Lynch. I know a long time ago, I was once known as the arse kicker, or the booty kicker, Becky Lynch, in my early days, which truly didn't get me any on look. I mean, I didn't get no on look for anything I did during my early years. You would think it would, but sadly it did not. So, let's go into a little yesteryear while we're at it. First off, Becky Lynch says, when I was first around, you know, I know this isn't the up-to-date offshoot of me, but it is what it is. But I'm just going to run through why I think I should have on look. One, God, this thing does not stay on my shoulder. One, come on. Yeah, well, this is the AEW shit, so no need why this whole shit won't go around my waist. So, first off, Becky Lynch says, let's talk about it. I am the world women's heavyweight fighter. And that means a lot more to me than it means to the other one, right? Yeah. It doesn't really mean shit, but I think it means shit. I made teach everyone how it was to be great. And I've done a lot of things that very few women wrestlers did, or at least they were in WWE. 4-time WWE SmackDown Women's Heavyweight Fighter. 1-time WWE Raw Women's Heavyweight Fighter. I had to yield it up. Well, I never did win the WNXT heavyweight winnings, so that never really put that on my list. King McLoudness winner. The first woman to main show WrestleMania. Yes, I know Charlotte Flair and Ronda Rousey were with me. But I was the one. And I don't see why I don't get any on look from anyone. Do you want to know why you don't get on look from anyone, Becky Lynch? It has nothing to do with who you're wedlocked to, what lands you came from. It has nothing to do with how much gouge you make or whatever. It has to do with your mindset and your behavior. I tell you what, Gil Kim said, a long time ago, Becky Lynch, a long time ago, there was a Becky Lynch who had on look for others. There was a Becky Lynch who did fight for what she believed in. What happened to that Becky Lynch? That's what I'd like to know. I mean, don't something happen between June, I'm going to say, or was it June, or was it May of 2020, YL? Something happened. And when you came back in August, what shifted? What made you shift your mindset? What made you shift your behavior? Well, I don't know, man, because I'm the greatest and I'm the man. And Gil Kim, you never done shit like I did. Why did everyone keep bringing up that they did more things than I did? Becky Lynch, I did a lot more stuff in IW than you ever did in WWE. And that's true, Becky Lynch. I am a 7-time IW Women's Heavyweight Fighter. You only won the WWE SmackDown Women's Heavyweight winnings only 4 times. And yes, you were a Women King Rick Loudness winner. And yes, you did main show WrestleMania with Charlotte Flair, with Ronda Rousey. You keep leaving out, though. You know what? I don't like your behavior. So what I'm going to do is, you're going to take on Sasha Banks. Yeah, Sasha Banks said, you're going to be taking me on. And I know you like to say shit about me about how, I won the WWE Raw Women's Heavyweight winnings 5 times and I lost it. How I lost the WWE SmackDown Women's Heavyweight winnings. Oh, I was not as good as you. Well, there's a grounds to why Charlotte Flair and Bayley and myself stop being your friend, because now out of all the 4 horsewomen who came out of NXT and went on to do things on Raw and SmackDown, whatever, you seem to think you're the greatest of all of them. So why don't you put your World Women Heavyweight winnings on the line here today on Rampage? Yeah, well, no, Gil Kim said. No. The way we're going to do this, Sasha, is that Becky Lynch is going to fight you, but her winnings aren't going to be on the line, because Becky has to show everyone that she's great. Gil Kim says. Well, it looks like we're going to have a women's fight here on Rampage, Joey Styles said. It's not for the women's world heavyweight winnings. And Becky Lynch just taken down Sasha Banks. And Sasha Banks getting body slammed again. And a drop kick by Becky Lynch, who's become a complete creep. You know, that's what she's become. She's become a creep. Don't Fleet her cover it. She's a creep. And her body slammed, Joey Styles said. Well, that might be true, Max Agora says, that she is a creep now, but her skills and craft are as good as they ever been. You know, I don't like the way she behaves, and I don't like her mindset, Max Agora said. Taz said, being kind only gets you so far. Being bad and being a heel is what gets you stuff. Yeah, well, if that's true, if that's true, then if that's true and all, and now, Sasha Banks, with a saga of body slams on Becky Lynch. Well, if that's true, Taz, then every heel woman and man wrestler would already won winning zone over again. Sasha Banks taken down. Becky Lynch here on Rampage. What I said, Taz said, is that the great make it smooth. And only the great can make it look like that they're great, because they are great. They got the great skills, this great craft. They got whatever you want to call it. And Becky Lynch had to work to build that craft and skill, but she does have it. Whoa, she wants to put the disarmor. She's going to seek to put the disarmor down. The disarmor on Sasha Banks here. Will Sasha Banks give up? Well, Max Agora says it would be like, well, Becky Lynch put the bake statement down on her. Sasha Banks was going to make Becky Lynch give up here. Oh, Becky Lynch just kicked her down. And then did the man slam. Oh, if that's what they're calling that new hold. 1, 2, 3. Ding, ding, ding. Here is your winner. And still, the TW, and here is your winner, Becky Lynch. So Becky Lynch has beat Sasha Banks here on Rampage. One of her old foes going back to her NXT days. Because that's the only time I can think that Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks ever fought. Now, no one beat on SmackDown now. Well, Becky Lynch went back to Raw again, but that was the only time they ever fought was on SmackDown. I just showed you all how great I am. I just showed you how I can beat anyone. You see, I'm great, and I make it look great because I am great. If someone wants to get in my way, that's what will happen to them. Well, Becky Lynch, you like to call yourself the man, but we all know you're not a man, you're a woman. And 2, you got the skills and graft, Gene Okerlund says. But at the end of the day, Becky Lynch, I think your mindset and your behavior is kind of truly sad. Well, at the end of the day, Gene Okerlund, I don't truly care what anyone thinks of me. I just beat Sasha Banks here on Rampage, and she was one of my old foes back in my NXT days. Now on SmackDown now. So, if that just shows you what I could do to Becky Lynch, what I could do to Sasha Banks, mind what I could do to others. Well, there would be some other folks out there, other women wrestlers out there, Becky Lynch, saying that you're not as awesome and great as you make yourself out to be. That at the end of the day, you're only as great as some folks say you are, and you're not as truly great. Oh, is that what they're saying now? Is that what they're saying, huh? That they're saying I'm not as great as I say I am. Well, if I say I'm great, Gene Okerlund, then that makes me great. And who's gonna fight me and say I'm not great? Well, whatever your mindset or your behavior or why you choose to play like a creep, I don't know. But at the end of the day, good luck on being the World Women's Heavyweight Fighter. But you do need to shift the way you're behaving in your mindset. Now that was my talk with Becky Lynch. Back to you, Joey Styles. Thank you, Gene Okerlund, for talking with Becky Lynch here on Rampage. And what the? I'm the one who's gonna. I can't fucking stand up. Come on, stand up. I'm the one who's gonna beat you, Becky Lynch. I'm the one who's gonna win the World Women's Heavyweight winnings from you. Yeah, right. You former AEW Women's Heavyweight Fighter. Haiku Sakata. Give me a break. Haiku Sakata just knocked Becky Lynch down. And that winning is gonna be mine. Well, it looks like it is all the time we got here for TWF Rampage. I am Joey Styles for Max Agora and for Taz. We hope you like Rampage, and we'll see you tomorrow for main event or main show.